hippies.
They're all hippies.
My grandpa fought in Nam, dude.
That doesn't mean. Well, he was part of that whole hippy dippy. Let's take drugs and rock and roll.
He's a Marine.
He was in Vietnam. Everyone was in Vietnam.
But he chose to go.
You know, you don't choose to go. You were drafted in.
He joined the Marines, lied about his age to get in so he could get in at 17.
That's silly. A lot of people did that, and I think that's silly. Like,
he loves his country and will fight and die for us so that we can live happy and healthy.
Vietnam was such a joke. I don't even know what happened with Vietnam. It's how did they get tricked into going into Vietnam? I'll tell you this right now. How did the American people get tricked so easily?
It's easy. It's the Cold War. We got caught up in it.
What is Vietnam? Like, people didn't even know what that was until we went to war with them.
Because it was over communism. Learn about the Cold War, man.
I know about the Cold War, but
it's still going on to this day.
I just think it's stupid because at the time, like, yeah, communism's evil. Ooh, like, how are you going to believe that? How does that make any sense? Now, I disagree with communism.
We're getting off topic.
But the Cold War and Vietnam, no, we're talking about the old generation having these old, like, stupid anti-communists. You know, they're either anti-communists or they were communists themselves. They were hippies.
It's literally where there was a great divide in thought in humanity.
Yeah.
And literally nobody could get the fuck over it.
It was so bad that millions of people had to die. Everyone just hated it.
It's literally because you can take your idea and you can swing it in someone's face. You can literally push
to anybody?
You can literally gain enough strength to push another idea down onto the ground and put your dick in his face and just like jab it at it a little bit.
Now look,
look at me, look what I do.
Most people weren't on those extreme ends. It was honestly only a couple people that wanted to do that.
But the thing is that man became so great, and some of them got a little bit greater and had a little bit easier access. Like there was a multitude of things about why history happened and why great things happened. Yes, they were great, but a lot of them were terrible at the same time.
I don't think the Vietnam War was great, or anything about the Cold War was great. There was nothing great about it. The entire
war, it was a great epic. It really was. Are you kidding me?
How so?
It literally started with two different groups of people that came together to help stop this one guy that was going to like fuck everything up for everybody else. Two different, they didn't care about each other or anything like that. They just cared about this, taking over Germany and getting Hitler out of power. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
But see, the thing is that capitalist America was afraid that because communism sounds great, and the only way to stamp it out, in theory, it's not real communism; it's unionism. That's really what it is.
Communism sounds great. I will agree with you on that.
But it only works is if you have a multitude, if you have like a bunch of different communists, like cities, like a communist city, right?
Mm-hmm.
Working with other things to be you work with higher, there's people that are above you. That's always going to be, unless you can come up with something that's just as good or humanity needs it. I believe in free thought and not control over anything. But at the same time, people want something, they should get it. People, they voted and said, yeah, put McDonald's in here. We'll work there. We'll run it. Tell us how to do it. We all want a McDonald's. In a small town, right?
Yeah.
You could have different companies come in and out, you just say pick what you want, you advertise, you go to different cities that have different things and all that stuff, and you literally can visit a whole bunch of different places that have entirely different cultures than your own.
Yeah, but that's I guess that's a business choice that you could make. I don't have a problem with international companies.
But the thing is you're going to be regulated by our government right now in order to have those working.
Yeah.
The whole point, the easiest thing, some people, they just want to live a nice, easy life doing stuff, right? Living in a certain place and whatever they want to do, correct?
Yeah, some people.
So if you give them the opportunity to do what they want and they just churn the dollars, they just grind the gears for you and they're happy. I don't want to just try and grind the gears. Some people, they just want to ranch all the day. Some people just want to freaking, serve people food. How cool would it be if you got to, for me, serving food is one of the greatest things. Work on my car. There's a bunch of different things that I would love to do. For me, it's easy to pick a job and just do it and just think about it and all that stuff. But there's also, there's literally different types of people. There are leaders and there's also people that just don't want to lead.
Yeah.
There's the leaders and the followers, the people that are on stage with the old ideas barking like a dog.
Well, I'm not talking about like
news
people economically
like,
speaking,
but it ties into it. Though.
I'm talking about people philosophically speaking. Like most people fall in the middle. Most people aren't extreme with their thoughts. Like most people aren't communists. Most people are not free market anarchists either. Most people are in the middle. Most people are like ideas that come from communism and capitalism.
They can be.
But that's not why the Vietnam War started. The Vietnam War started because of radicals who went and killed a bunch of people over their stupid ideologies because they thought that it was to die for, and that other people should have to die for their idea. And that is wrong. That's what the bad generation that screwed our economy over.
Do you know why? Do you want to know why Korea happened?
Korea happened for the same reason. Dumbass niggas trying to.
It's because of what happened.
People's ideas.
Gary, you do not know history well enough. You know why we're in the current problems we are in the Middle East? Because of the Cold War. It all ties into it upon itself. It's about America having to go in and have to mess with somebody else's business because they don't like it.
I think America is more responsible for the offensive, and Russia is trying to go on the offensive now, and it's really dangerous because they have nukes. But yeah, I've seen the ring, dude. I know why all these wars happen.
Well, yeah.
Vietnam,
Korea,
Gary,
I'm telling you this right now.
Europe.
Gary, you're not the smartest man for thinking that.
No, but everyone knows that was the military plan. And they have spots in Egypt, they have like Libya. You know, we have this ring around Russia. It's obvious. So if they ever try to expand their communism outwards, it's literally a war over ideas that are they don't matter.
It's the Cold War.
That's stupid as fuck.
It's the Cold War. If anybody tells you any different, that the Cold War ended in the 60s and all that shit. No, it didn't, dude. Oh, no, it was like the 80s when they tore down that wall. I don't know, whenever they did that.
Oh, the Berlin Wall?
Yeah, and they had the whole, like, Cuban Missile Crisis and all that shit.
That was way before. That was John F. Kennedy.
Still, dude, that's when the Cold War was supposedly ended.
Yeah, supposedly to some people. But I think most people realize like the truth about the Cold War, but it's what I'm saying is that it's
no, most people don't.
It's
most
dumb.
People disassociate it because they think it's over and done with. They don't really think about it. They don't hold on and retain that information.
I think nowadays people consider the Cold War a lot more because of the election and how much they brought Russia and communism into the election. He said, John McCain. Do you know who that is?
No, I totally don't know who John McCain is.
Okay. He came, do you know who Rand Paul is?
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, John McCain came out because Rand Paul supported Donald Trump having some form of health reform, and John McCain was like, oh, you're a communist agent. Literally, he said that on the news. And I'm like, dude, what are you fucking talking about? There's this older generation of people that won't die that still believe in either the two extreme ideologies.
No, they'll die off, but we'll be too fucking old to do it.
A lot of old people are nice, but
they are.
There's just a lot of people from that generation that are so extreme on their ideologies. They're the babies.
Dude,
they're a bunch of crybabies.
They're literally old enough and in power enough and in charge enough to literally cry about everything they've been crying about their entire fucking lives since they are the fucking pot-smoking hippies and the people that go off the war.
Anyone older than that 60s to 70s generation is a better person, I've noticed. Anyone that lives in the 50s, great people. Those are the people you want to talk to.
Dude, my grandparents are so fucking cool. Like, that's why I like.
Yeah, anyone that had to live through, like, frickin'
my grandpa,
free cigarettes.
Seriously, my grandpa. Get this. So when I was like, no, dude, my grandma when I was 16 was buying me cigarettes.